Hey guys, it's Vernie here. Another Vault Tuesday. We've only got a couple more weeks until 10.1. I think we have 2 more weeks. We have 2 more weeks of vaults, and then that is it. Really winding it down here. Now, to preface this, I did not do keys on very many characters. In fact, I only did them on my rogue. I've kind of been waffling between rogue and enhancement shaman. Enhancement I'm really familiar with and I like for the most part, but I don't like the Ascendance playstyle, which looks like it will be the go-to next tier. And I thought Rogue would offer me some flexibility in specs, with 3 specs all having their own unique niche. And I kind of wanted to try a melee spec, so I spent pretty much all week on the Rogue. I think I did about 50 dungeons. I cleared Heroic Raid. So we will have a nice packed vault on the Rogue. I am leaning pretty heavily towards it. It's not locked in 100%, but I would say it's like 95% locked in. I'll obviously still keep playing alts, but my focus, I think, going forward is going to be on the rogue. Get more familiar with that, make sure I'm at like a mythic level for next tier. So, this video is just going to be me opening my rogue's vault, and then maybe briefly talking about what I want to do for the rest of this season, and then briefly touching on what I want to do in 10.1. We did get a couple 20s done. We did get some portals last week. I'd like to say I pulled my weight. Rogues are pretty strong in dungeons, so it was not a problem contributing. I've got 4 of the portals done.
The keepers gave us thought.
Now, what kind of stuff are we looking for? I would really like an outlaw weapon. I have a 379 mace, which is obviously not going to cut it. So I think to effectively play outlaw, a weapon would be great. Honestly, outside of that, anything besides a helm or a neck would be good. Yeah, and basically, I farmed a lot of Valor as well. I've got almost 10,000, and whatever I don't get out of the vault, I've got pieces ready to catalyze and upgrade. So that's what we'll be doing, and hopefully that'll get us, to that 415, 416 mark, where I can target farm a couple pieces and be good to go. So let's open her as Outlaw and see what we get. Okay. Can't say I'm too excited. So we have the Dathia neck, which I'm not going to take because the Lariat. Spiteful Storm, which is interesting. It's not a Grief Torch. It's not the controlled current technique, but I do think Spiteful is good for sub on single target. And then we have the Kurog Fist weapon, which is also interesting. It's pretty good. It'd be like a 30-ish item level upgrade on what I'm currently using for Outlaw. The belt, I have this one equipped, so it'd be slightly higher than what I can upgrade it to. A 421 cape, which is pretty significant, but it's just a cape, so like the stats are less impactful. Cape is one of those slots with less stats overall compared to chest or helm. And then boots. The boots are a significant upgrade with good stats. Might be a boot. I'm thinking between the boots or the trinket. Like, how desperately do I want this trinket? Right now my trinkets are really bad. I have a ruby whelp shell, and I have a bottle of spiraling winds from Nokud, which the bottle is terrible. It is objectively shit. So like I want to take the spiteful, but also I feel like it's a disservice to not take the 421 piece. So let me just like glance at Blood Mallet and see what they say about spiteful. Yeah, I mean it's very good. It's second best for Outlaw and single target. It's okay in AoE. It's pretty garbage on Assassination, but I don't play Assassination as much. For sub, I think it's Biss single target. Yes, Biss is like tied with Grief Torch essentially. And then for multi-target, it's like number 4. It's definitely a tough call, because this is the better item overall, but this is also really significant. Like, do I have any boots that I can currently upgrade with Valor? Looks like no. I've got gloves, shoulders, legs, my belt, my cape, my wrists. So, I mean, these boots would be a significant upgrade, and the Spiteful, not really. Like, I would obviously use this, but I'm going to be doing Heroic Raid this week. I'm going to be doing Mythic Reclear the next 2 weeks. And I'll presumably be doing Dungeons those 2 weeks. So let's just take a look at what stuff drops from the raid. Are there leather boots from the raid that I could presumably get? From Mythic Senarth, I could get boots, which are fine stats. Or I could get them from a dungeon. Trinkets, I mean, I've had pretty bad luck with trinkets. We won't be killing Mythic Brood again. We probably won't be killing Mythic Dathia again. So all I have are heroic trinkets. Honestly, I think I just take the trinket and suck it up. I think this is more... Overall, it's going to be worth more than the 421. As much as it hurts to pass up a 421, like, if this was in, like, a chest or leg slot, I'd be more inclined to take it, but... So yeah, we will take the trinket, and we will be moderately happy with that. You know, that's still a pretty significant upgrade from this 398 Spiraling Winds, which is terrible. Okay. And that was long-winded, I'm sorry. But now, I want to look at... We have 3 catalyst charges. We have a bunch of pieces we need to upgrade. So, I'm going to go fly over to the catalyst, and then I'm going to upgrade 3 pieces I think are likely to max out. And then we will go to the Valor upgrader, and we will just shotgun this 10k Valor and see how high it gets us. You know, we're not 2400 just yet. Looking at our IO, we've got, you know, a bunch of 17s, 19s, a couple 20s done. So this week, I need to focus on finishing to 2400. That way I can upgrade to 415. And that'll get me very close. And then all I have left to do after that is to upgrade this to 418, this Lariat, and do Mythic, you know, so we've got 3 charges, I think, total, which means we can do... And probably gloves, because our gloves are 395, legs, because our legs are 395, and shoulders. Yeah, I'm good with that. So we will upgrade the shoulders. And we will get a 4th one this week, so maybe if we get lucky we can get a chest to upgrade. But currently I don't have one. And legs. Okay. So now we'll equip those 3 pieces. We'll go upgrade everything as high as we can get and see what item level we end up at. I expect it to be like 413-ish.
The city's finest goods.
We just bump all these up as high as we can go, which right now is 411.
I serve you again.
Okay, so we're 411. It's a little lower than I would have liked to be. We do still have some kind of bad pieces to replace. Not quite as high as I'd like, but you know what? That's fine. We'll be able to get all this to 415 later this week. So goals for the season. Obviously, I'd like to get like 415-ish, so I could like be ready to go into normal for next tier. I'd like to finish all my portals, so I need to get the remaining 4 portals. I would also like to craft an outlaw weapon so I can actually play outlaw effectively, because I'm going to be swapping between sub and outlaw a lot. And then next season, I mean, we're looking at trying to get cutting edge as a guild. You know, we got 7 of 8 this tier. And hopefully we can push forward just a little harder into that last bit. And obviously I'd like to shoot for 2,500, which I don't think will be a problem. You know, we got 2,750 this season. Maybe we'll go a little higher. You know, I've had a couple people ask me if I want to push for 3K. I might think about it. I'm going to be tracking all of my Mythic Plus stuff on a spreadsheet, which I will do in a later video when we get closer to the patch. But I think that's going to wrap it up for the week. You know, sorry we drug it out a little bit. You know, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll be streaming on Twitch a couple times this week. You know, probably like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Twitch.tv/Veronyx, VERONYX. You know, feel free to come and hang out. Good luck in your vaults, and we'll see you next time. Bye.